Howdy, folks. I always start with hello, hello, everyone. How are you? So I decided to go to howdy, folks. I was stationed in Texas, but rarely do people run around saying howdy, folks. That's more of a television thing. This video is something that was requested some time ago. One more part of the entire healthy journey I started, I'm doing, and maybe one day I'll be there. I don't think so. I think it'll be a constant journey. Like people say, I'm a lifelong learner. Maybe that means we never complete anything. I don't even know what that means. I'm a lifelong learner. I think, aren't we all? Hey, is it okay now to stick a fork in the electric socket? No, no, it's still not. A good thing I'm a lifelong learner. But anyway, this is about insomnia. Insomnia. Do you have insomnia? Do you out there have insomnia? A friend from school, from high school, she has insomnia. I'm not going to mention her name because that's not very nice. She can't get any sleep, or if you want to use bad grammar, she can't get no sleep. Okay, she can't sleep. I had the same problem, I don't know to the degree of her problem, because this channel, as we all know, is about my journey. Hers may be really bad. I know some people that have it very, very bad. Also, is it a bad thing to have insomnia? And how do you know if you have it? Do you go to the doctor and do a sleep study? Most of the people I know that say they have insomnia, I say, have you been diagnosed with that by a doctor? No, I have not, or a sleep clinic, or whatever. So I'm not saying they don't have it. They may have it. In our world of television, social media, etc., we hear a lot of stuff. Take this pill because you have this. Hey, you may have this. Do you go potty like this? Take this. Do you can't go potty at all? Take this. And we do this whole thing. What do we do? What do we do? So, are we having trouble sleeping? Tap, tap, tap. I think we all have trouble sleeping sometime. During COVID, a lot of people had trouble sleeping. 9/11, a lot of people had trouble sleeping, right? People would watch that TV 40 hours straight, 16, 17, 18 hours a day after that, after the initial planes hit, or the initial little round circle with all the little probes or whatever they are running around, the little COVID spore or whatever it is. We were terrified and we got sick and we could not sleep. I can't sleep. I need to sleep. And is it just we can't sleep? Or is it insomnia? What is insomnia? Do you have a sleep issue? I don't know. I don't know about you, but for me, I'll tell you what happened with me. Insomnia, people make fun of it. They make fun of can't get to sleep. It's dangerous. It killed the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Remember, he couldn't sleep. I can't sleep at all. I can't sleep at all. Doctor, whatever his name was, it? I can't remember that guy's name. That clown, the black doctor that killed Michael Jackson. Then they said he didn't really kill him. He just provided him the illegal drugs, and they called it what they call juice or whatever. Or give me the juice, whatever they call it. But it killed Michael Jackson. He couldn't sleep at all. That dude could not sleep. When you go somewhere, you get really excited and a lot of noise, and maybe it's a dance, or maybe it's something, a big movie. I want to see this movie forever. Or you go to see a rock and roll concert. I remember when I used to go see Van Halen from Pasadena, California. They hailed from where I hailed from. I used to see them at a local level back when they were Mammoth. And I think I even saw them once or twice when they were Broken Combs. I cannot remember. But Van Halen, back in the day when it was David Lee Roth and all the original characters, no, the Wolfgang wasn't even born yet. And I used to see them, and I get so excited, woohoo! And I was a dude, thinking about the chicks, people jumping up in the air. You can't say chicks anymore. I'm sorry. Think about the people that identify as a female. Back then, they would have been chicks. And I was a dude, eh? But what happened is I go see the concert, and I would hear a lot of heavy metal, and all this guitar. So, wow, look at that. I can play the guitar. Oh, hey, look at those drums. Hey, a dual bass and a gong like they use in Led Zeppelin. Wow, this band's going to go someplace. And I might not be able to sleep that night because there was so much fun. I had so much fun. I saw Van Halen, And was I having problems sleeping because I was excited? Going to Disneyland, maybe the night before Disneyland, you're like, whoa, I'm gonna go to Disneyland tomorrow. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm gonna go to the Matterhorn, and I'm gonna go on the teacups, and I'm gonna have some popcorn and some Mickey Mouse pancakes, and I can't sleep. Is it I cannot sleep, or do I have insomnia? And the problem I had was I was a big fat fella. And that's what we call the B-52 bomber. He's a buff. They call him buff. And you can't say the words, but it's a fat fella. We had to say fat fella. But a big bomber, boom, drops bombs. Terrible, terrible stuff. But anyway, What happened was I had a lot of problems. Yeah, a lot of problems. Fat dude. I was a fat dude. I'm still pretty fat, but I lost about 127 pounds currently with the scale when I just weighed in. About 127 for my heaviest. As far as I know, I may have even been heavier. I don't know. Yuck. I was so fat, and I still am fat. And I make fun of being fat, and you make fun of being fat. We make fun of fat people, but fat. And it's not very nice, and you shouldn't do that, because when do you take it seriously? When do you take yours seriously? For me, it was, we're going to chop off your leg, David. Oh, time to take it seriously. I had an issue. But when I was really fat, I also had what's called sleep apnea. I had sleep apnea. I have very little neck. I do have this gobble, gobble, gobble. Gotta get rid of that. Never had a neck. Why? I don't know. My dad had a neck. My mom had a neck. Am I the mailman or milkman's kid? I do not know. I have no neck. And what I do have wobbles. I have like a turkey. I guess turkeys don't. It's not like a giraffe neck with a turkey gobbler. I have like a no neck. But I got sleep apnea. Sleep apnea. Does that cause sleep problems? Yeah, it's called sleep apnea. And then also, being a diabetic, guess what? You gotta go wee-wee. You have to get up in the middle of the night to go pee. And people are like, well, it's not that big of a deal. You get up, you walk, hopefully you wash your hands, and you hop back in bed. But the problem is your sleep has now been interrupted. Do you wake up, go pee, wash your hands, hop back in bed, and go back to sleep just like that? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. So I had other issues other than the sleep problems, that they were saying I had insomnia. Did I have stress? Yeah, I had stress. I was in the military for a long time. Got out of the military. You got to find work. I do acting now. That's very stressful. People think, oh, it's not very stressful. It's a lot of fun. Hey, you're like that George Clooney fella, aren't you? No, it was like the George Clooney fella. People would want to hire me a lot more. I'm not like the George Clooney fella. I am not like George Jefferson. I am just a guy that puts together a little this and a little that, and does a little side hustle in a focus group, and it works for the U.S. Census whenever that comes around. Every 10 years I get a job, whatever. But I do a lot of temporary stuff, gig work, that kind of stuff, to try to make it all fit together. So I do have that kind of stress. So was it insomnia? Was it insomnia? Doctor, give me the news. Is it insomnia? It's up for her to choose. But so they said I probably did have insomnia. So, oh my God, I got high blood pressure. I have high cholesterol. I'm diabetic. I have sleep apnea. I'm a fat dude. And now you're saying I also have insomnia. And I'm a diabetic, so I have to get up and go pee. And so I said to her, what do I do? She said, well, we're going to give you this medication that you're going to take during the day. And it'll start getting you a little sleepy during the day. I don't want to be groggy during the day, doctor. And she says, I don't care. You better take this. Here, open your mouth. Boop. No, did not want to do that. Then I was supposed to take another pharmaceutical, I don't know what it's called, at night to knock me out. Well, then what if I have to go pee? Do I now start wetting the bed on top of everything else? Help, what do I do? I had to figure it out myself. Like, this whole channel is all about me. This is what I did, because I knew I had to do it myself. Like I said in the very first video, when you have a medical condition like I did, like diabetes, the doctors know what you should do. They do. Somewhat. But they don't know everything about you. They don't know what you're willing to do. Are you willing to participate? Do you want to be a diabetic that just takes medicine and shoots yourself in the stomach and then the legs or whatever, and shoot insulin into your body? Is that what you want to do? You can do that. But if you do that, all these medications and shots, how do you know if you're making any progress? Are you making any progress on your diabetes? Tap, you? I don't know. I made it quite a bit on mine. I went from having to shot, pop, shot, all day long. There's a poke, pop. Hated it. You know, I don't know how those that use drugs that they're not supposed to use do that, because I hate it. But I didn't want to be groggy all day, and I don't want to be knocked out at night. What if I get addicted to that stuff? It's got to be, you know, hey man, I can't sleep. Oh, that feels good. What if I become an addict? Now, I don't have a lot of drug addiction problems in my family, older than me. Now, younger than me, yeah, some of people in my family that are in the next generation, maybe, I don't know, they use drugs. and they abuse drugs, and they abuse alcohol. There's a lot of drug abuse, substance abuse in my family, but not at the level above me. My mom's not a substance abuser. My dad wasn't a substance abuser. He passed away. My grandparents weren't substance abusers. My uncles, my aunts, none of them. So I didn't really have a family history of that. But I didn't want to take it. I didn't want to take it. There's side effects. So if there's side effects to this stuff, what if I can do it without that? Now, as I said before, if you look at the very, very first video in here, I am not a doctor. No way. I'm not a doctor. I'm a boop, boop, not very smart. So I can't tell you what to do. I can't. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a pharmacist, which is a doctor. People always seem to forget that. I'm not a specialist at any of this stuff. I'm only going to tell you what worked for me. Now, if you think this might work for you, you need to ask your doctor, hey, doctor, what about this? What if I do this instead of this? And a lot of times we just don't ask our doctors to tell us why they want us to do something. Why do you want me to do this? If it's like, hey, David, we don't think you ought to, swallow razor blades. I can agree. Okay, all the doctors will probably agree, David, swallowing razor blades, no, don't do that. But what am I supposed to do? What is it? What am I supposed to do? So I have to ask, what is this? What can I do? Can I do something else? What if I try this, doctor? And they will let you know. So if you look at my very, very first videos, you'll see that none of the stuff that I'm doing on this video or any of these videos am I telling you to do. This is what I did. So ask your doctor first. Before you do anything else, ask your doctor. Ask your doctor. If you don't have a doctor, you can go to, I think, WebMD. There's a lot of different things on the internet. I'm not endorsing those. I'm just saying they are there. You can ask a question. There's Dr. Google. But I can't say it'll work for you. I can't say it's safe for you. So you must ask your doctor first. But this is insomnia, my experience. I know it's 11 minutes and 47 seconds of blah, blah, blah. But here it is. People always say, David, tell me what to do. Give me 2 things to do. Well, if you're overweight, you know the 2 things they're going to say to do. The American diet would be this. Eat less, exercise more. Eat less, exercise more. If that worked for everyone, we would none of us would be fat, because that's pretty easy. Hey, I'm going to eat less and I'm going to exercise more. But what if it's eat better and exercise more? A lot of people don't even exercise at all. They do not exercise. Getting up to walk to the refrigerator to get another scoop of ice cream after the 6th scoop of ice cream I already had, that's not good exercise. Those steps don't even really count. So I have to tell you right now, I'm not a doctor. This is what I did. This is what I did. They're going to tell you, probably, as they told me, and I'm a veteran, so I go to the VA hospital, the Veteran Administration Hospital. You may have really, really good insurance, and you can go to a specialist. I have specialists. I have done sleep studies where they hook you up to, I had to hook myself up. I did it at home. You can go there, but if I'm having trouble sleeping and I go there and I don't fall asleep, I wasted a whole trip down to Long Beach or West LA or Yorba Linda, wherever I'm going to, and not be able to sleep, and it won't do any good. So I did them at home. Okay, so this is what I did. This is what I had to do. They wanted to put me on a medication. Remember, during the day, it kind of keeps my energy. I'm a high energy kind of guy. I don't know if you can tell. I'm 61 years old, and people say, I play 40. Can you believe that? Look at this ugly old mug. I play 40 years old. That's the age range I play. Everybody has an age range in Hollywood. What's your age range? Or people say, hey, Johnny, how old are you? How old do you want me to be? How old do you want me to be? Now, don't say that if you're an actor, because that's stupid. And people say, don't be stupid. Because if you're stupid and we're not looking to cast a stupid person, you're not going to get the role because you're a stupid person. So don't say that, because you'll show your stupid color or your stupid, I don't know if you can say your true colors anymore. I don't know what you're allowed to say anymore. So if that's prejudice, I'm sorry. You can't show that you are stupid. Oh, and that's bad too, because you're not allowed to say things about stupid people or fat people. What can you say? Okay, so if I was a kitty cat and I was overweight, okay, back to what I'm saying. They want to give me this pill to regulate this, and then they want to give me another pill to put me to sleep at night. But I have to get up to go pee. Hopefully, now I don't do it anymore. I can actually sleep all night without getting up to go pee. Woo! Big accomplishment. I'm now no longer I'm a toddler. I'm 2 years old now. I can get up and go pee pee. What a big boy! But I decided to do this. They're going to tell you probably don't drink any caffeine. Don't drink caffeine. Don't drink caffeine. Don't drink caffeine. Don't drink caffeine. No caffeine. But a lot of people that don't drink caffeine, they eat chocolate. There's caffeine in that. There's sugar in that. You get that sugar high, that sugar rush. You get that coffee. Okay, chocolate also. Don't have chocolate. I like chocolate. Dark chocolate's good for me. If you're a diabetic, it's good to take. But also, I covered that before too. I don't want something that's good for diabetes. I want something that's bad for diabetes. Hey, diabetes, pow, pow, pow. That's for you, man. Okay, I don't want it to be good to my diabetes. I want to mess up my diabetes. You can't say a bad word, but I want to kick it. So you know what? Pow, pow, pow. No more diabetes. Woo, woo, woo. Get her. But anyway, dark chocolate's good. So for me, I had to do this. This is what I did. This won't take me very long to tell you what I did. I decided, yes, I can have caffeine. I have to have caffeine. I like caffeine. I did have gastritis. Have you ever had gastritis? Woohoo, that hurts, gastritis. And they would tell you not to drink coffee at all. No coffee. No coffee. I went back to coffee. I like it. Okay, I can't drink as many cups of coffee as I like that'd be like 15, 20 a day, but I can drink 2 cups of coffee a day. So when I get up in the morning, I have coffee. I'll just go from the start of the day. When I wake up, usually after sleeping 8 hours, I will have coffee. Glug, glug, glug. I'll have a cup of coffee. Then I'll eat a reasonable, healthy thing to eat. Not reasonably healthy, a reasonable diet that's healthy. Then that's it. I had some coffee. Then I do my day. Now, when I do my day, this is very important for me. I must exercise. They always say if you want a quiet dog at night, you better exercise it during the day, and that's very, very true. How many times have you gone out? I'm sure this happened to you, and you work, and you say, oh, I'm gonna work in the garden, or I'm gonna do some mowing the lawn, or I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna build a tree house. I don't know. And then you say, I'm gonna go into the house. I'm gonna take a hot shower, and then I'm gonna have some food. But you go inside, you sit on the recliner while you're taking your shoes off, and you're out. You're out, because you burned it all off. You burned all that energy off. So I have to get exercise. Exercise is very important. That's one of the most important things of this whole thing I did. This is my insomnia process, my beating insomnia process. I no longer have insomnia. I have another video back there, neuropathy. I didn't want to take medication for neuropathy, so I found a way to take vitamins and supplements to no longer have neuropathy. So if you suffer from neuropathy, if you go back, I think it's video number 4, take a look at that and ask your doctor about that too. So you have to, I said that, ooh, I think it took me a while to say that, didn't it? Usually I also said, well, you need to do this. No, you don't need to do this. I had to do this. So have the cup of coffee, get up, I'm going to walk. I have to walk. And I don't just try to walk 1 time a day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day. And I don't want to count. Got up, walked to my car, got in my car, turned the key. I don't want to count that. Got up, looked for the remote, turned the television on. Don't want to count that. Got up, walked to the bathroom. Don't want to count that. I'm talking about a brisk walk. My goal every day back then was 10,000 steps a day, 7 days a week. 7 days a week, 10,000 steps. Let's do the math. That's 70,000 steps a week. A lot of people don't get 10,000 steps in a month, probably. It's just true. It's true. They go to bed with 2,000, 1,000, whatever, or less. So I increase that now. Now I try to get 15,000 steps a day. That's what I try to get. Anywhere between 10 and 15. Okay, that's 10 and a 5. 10 and 15,000 steps a day. If I get that, burn off that energy. And it really helps all my numbers. All my numbers are good, or better, not good. So I did that. If you go back that way too, you'll see my birthday month challenge. I wanted to walk 610,000 steps in the month of November, which is a short month. It's only 30 months. But I was turning 61, and I was born in 1961. So I want to get 61,000 steps, and I did. I accomplished it. Spoiler alert, I accomplished it. But if you go back there, you'll see different ones of how much I worked, how I walked, where I walked, whatever. So I try to do this. So I know that if I'm going to try to get 10,000 to 15,000 steps a day, I need to get like 5,000 steps by a third of the day. 5,000 by the time a third of the day is done, and then another 5,000 and another 5,000. That's 15,000 steps. Wow, do the math. 15,000 steps, and that really, really helped. It helped. And I don't take that medication they tell me to take this. No, don't take that. So I exercise. I have coffee. Now, when do I have coffee? Now, coffee, to me, I like it. I like coffee. I usually have one when I wake up, which is about 8 or 9. I set my clock for 9 hours. I try to go to bed at 11 and get up at 8. 11 p.m. and get up at 8. But I'm doing a special thing this week, so I'm probably going to do 11 to 7. The reason I try to go to bed and be in bed for 9 hours is, what if I can't sleep? What if I do have insomnia? What if I still want to get 8 hours? So if I'm in bed 9 hours and I get up once to go pee, once because the dog's barking or whatever, I can still usually get 8 hours of sleep. Okay, so this is what I do. I have my coffee when I wake up. Then in the afternoon, I'll have another cup of coffee sometime during the afternoon. Now, if someone says to me, hey, David, come on, let's go get coffee, and it's 7:30, I'll still go. I can drink coffee. Right now, I just finished coffee a little while ago. I'm not endorsing this place, but it was a lot of fun. I had coffee. I just want to have coffee. I can do it. I can have coffee. I can have coffee up to the moment I go to bed and still get 8 hours of sleep on average. Doesn't mean sometimes I can't. So what I do, have that second cup of coffee. Then what I always do is, number one, you're supposed to not sleep on your sides. If you don't sleep on your side, I do side sleep. One of the reasons I side sleep is I found if I lay on my bed like this and I put a sheet, that's kind of like a nap position. Like, oh, I'll fall asleep. Oh, I'll go to sleep. And I'm laying on my back. Or is it lying on my back? Lying or laying? Laying or lying? I don't know. But if I'm on my back like that, I'm facing out. Facing out. Hey, world, I'm still awake. If I turn to my side and I cover my head up somewhat, put the pillow on my head, and go to sleep, that helps. It helps. Okay. Another thing I do, this is what I did. Remember, this is what I did. I put a pad of paper or scratch paper and a pen. I put 2 pens in case one doesn't write by the bed. By the bed. So if I'm in the bed, I go, oh man, I got to remember to give the dog her flea medicine. I don't want to be thinking about that. So I get up and I write F-L-E-A. That's how you spell flea, not F-L-E-E, which is the other kind of flea. And what about that guy that in the band flea? I don't know, but I got to give her flea medicine. F-L-E-A. Boom, it's funny. And then now it's out of my mind. It's on my list and out of my mind. So I'm not thinking about things. I don't want to think about anything. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep. So I don't take the medicine. I get a lot of exercise. I regulate my coffee usually. I have a pad of paper, 2 pens, and I write things down. If anything happens, recently I've been pretty good. I try to get everything done before I go to bed. So I don't worry about it. I just sleep. Time to sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Electronics, I keep it away from me. Okay, my phone is on ring because as an actor at my level, I ain't a superstar. I have to answer the phone if it comes in. Hey David, someone's not going to be able to come in tomorrow. I know it's 3 in the morning. Can you be on set at 6? Sure. And I will get up and write down and I'll go. Yes, I'll do that. So I have to have it on ring. If I don't have it on ring, then I'll worry I'm missing something when it comes to acting. So as long as it's on ring, I'm okay. I know the difference between a Facebook notification, a text message coming in, or the phone ringing, and I know what the alarm sounds like, so I don't have to worry about that. That's all done right there. Done right there. Then what I'll do sometimes, if I do have trouble falling asleep, do I get up and take a pill? No. Do I take, maybe a NyQuil tablet? No. One of the Z-Quil or, melatonin, whatever healthy tablets? No, I take nothing. I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to deal with this. I try to do the deep breathing. What you do is you deep breathe. If you're a CPAP user, you can't really do this because you have a mask on your nose. But what you do is you breathe in deep in your nose and you let it out your mouth. Through your nose, out your mouth. Through your nose and out your mouth. That's what I do. Okay, do I count sheep? No, I just do that. And I'm going to deal with that because I know I can take a nap. Now, I don't want to rely on napping. No, I never take a nap during the day unless there's a situation. Let's say I go to bed at 11 and at 3 o'clock in the morning the phone rings. They say, can you be here in 3 hours? That means I'm going to have to get up, get dressed, get my clothes together. Basically, at that time that phone call comes in at 3 a.m. after only sleeping 4 hours or being in bed for 4 hours, I'm out. I'm going to be getting ready to go. I'm going to be, if I have to shave, I got to take a shower, gather my wardrobe. That's it. I'm going. I'm going to go. There's been many times I worked on, I can't remember what it was. I worked on a commercial. Got home, putting my stuff away. The phone rings. They're asking me, can you go and be on Malcolm in the Middle? So it was a night call. So I worked from about 2 in the afternoon to 6 in the morning. 2 in the afternoon to about 6 in the morning. Then I got home and I had to sleep a couple hours and go right back to set on Malcolm in the Middle. And I like working on Malcolm in the Middle. It's a fun show. So I'm glad I did that. But I knew I could take a nap. So when I got home from Malcolm in the Middle, so yeah, I worked about 12 hours. I don't know if, for those of you that are not actors, we'll say, did you have a long day? Now, if you work at, let's say, a retail establishment, or you're a doctor, or whatever it is, you may be based on an 8-hour shift. Now, if you work over 8 hours, you say you had a long day. With us in acting, our days are usually 12 hours. Anything over 12 hours, you say, oh, yeah, it's kind of a long day. I got 14 hours in. If you leave at 8 hours, that's amazing, because it usually doesn't happen. But remember, I have to get there. I have to have my wardrobe. It's not like you're going to the same job every single day where you know what to wear. Hey, I'm just going to wear this Mount Sac shirt and my jeans, and I'm going to go to work every day at Mount Sac in my Mount Sac shirt and my Mount Sac jeans, wherever. I have to do that. So I know I can nap, but I cannot rely on napping. But remember what I had to do. This is me. I knew in my mind I could nap if I had to. I could be sleepy if I have to. As long as I can operate my motor vehicle and my machinery, I can do that. So I can nap if I have to. So that's what I did. This is my insomnia plan. No, I did not take the medication. Would I take the medication if I had to? Yes. If they said, David, this is a nitroglycerin tablet or whatever, if you're having a heart attack, put it in your mouth. Yes. Okay, I'm having a heart attack. If I'm having a stroke, will I call 911? Yes, or whatever it is. There's some medication you have to take. For me, I did not have to take this for insomnia. This is it real quick once again. Coffee. When I wake up in the afternoon, maybe another one. Exercise. I get 10,000 to 15,000 steps a day. I was getting sometimes 23,000. There's been a couple times my friend and I, we went to the county fair and we got 30,000 steps in a day. Back when I don't know if you've been to the county fairs out here in LA or Orange County, they're a lot smaller than they used to be. We'd get 30,000 steps. We wouldn't like to pay for parking. Parking is expensive. The LA County Fair was $30 this year. Woo, we got in free. We brought some canned goods. And for the homely people that are hungry people, we brought that in there and we got it for free. But we can walk 30,000 steps in a day. That's a lot. It's more than a lot of people walking a week. They always tell me that when I was at my worst and my heaviest, they told me I should get 5,000 steps 3 days a week. 5,000 steps 3 days a week. I get now 10 to 15,000 steps a day. That's a lot more. Even I can do that math. But so anyway, coffee, boom, 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 done. That's when I have my coffee. I get that exercise, so I burn off that energy. I burn it off. I get pad and paper ready to write things down. I find a way to be in bed for 9 hours. To sleep 8. Now there's times it won't happen. But let's say tonight something happens. I'm only in bed for 7 hours and maybe I'll only get 6 hours of sleep. Then I know I'm going to do something about that. So I try to sleep on my side. I find it's very hard for me to sleep looking out. I think it's maybe that could be psychological. I don't know. Also, if you have the CPAP machine, you have to kind of sleep on your back. So I don't want to use a CPAP machine either. It's got a short neck. That's a problem. So what happened is I sleep on my side. 9 hours. I breathe in through my nose and out my mouth. In through my nose, out my mouth. In through my nose, out my mouth. I keep in mind I can always take a nap if I have to. And that's basically what I do. Now, are these supplements good? I think it's melatonin and something else. Are they good? I don't know. There's some sleepy time tea. Someone gave me that one time. I tried it. Maybe it helped. I don't know. But for me, I had to get rid of the sleep apnea. I got to get rid of that. I'm almost there. I'm really close. I'm going to do another sleep study. And I'm going to tell them, hey, look, I know I ain't got no neck. I lost a lot of weight. Let's work this thing off. And I talked to my doctor. So for me, it's not medication. It's not pharmaceutical. It is purely using my mind to do this. So it's going to be regulating the coffee. So for me, it's not, on this part, it's not exercise more, eat less. It's a little bit less coffee, exercise. So it's exercise, limiting my coffee, in bed with the pad. Electronics are far away. It's tough. I know sometimes you want to pick up the phone and, oh, did so-and-so write me back? Or did I get that job? No, got to put it out of your mind. Oh, I did it again. I had to put it out of my mind. So my electronics are far enough away that I can't reach them. But my ringers are on. All my ringers are on my phone, but I don't have my ringers on my computer. I don't have my computer running. So I do turn off my computer. That way I can know that if anything comes in, I can deal with it in the morning. Or if I have to, I can jump up and deal with it right now. Into the nose, out the mouth, into the nose, out the mouth, counting sheep. That might work for you. I don't know. Visualizing sheep jumping. I don't know. But that's what I do. So hopefully that's helpful. Is that helpful? Is it helpful? Do you have sleep apnea, or do you only have sleep occasional? You can't sleep. When I watch television, if you watch like the old Game Show Network, I'll watch some of the old shows like Concentration, or whatever. that gears, it's the audience for that is a little bit older, I think. So if you're watching shows from 1972, Match Game or Concentration with Alex Trebek, I think it is, or The Old Password, the password is, that kind of stuff, you're probably older. And there's one commercial after the other. Ask your doctor about this. Ask your doctor about, what if you cannot go number two? What if you can't go number two? What if it feels like a pineapple? What if you can't stop going number two? What if you have an upset stomach? What if you have this? What if you can't sleep? What if you got itchy skin? What if you're a bald-headed dude like me? Whatever it is, it's on there. And so a lot of stuff, maybe we're hearing all these things, we think we have it. Maybe we occasionally get a little tummy ache. Maybe occasionally, we have to go pee and 3 times in an hour. I don't know. Maybe we do that to ourselves. We may be doing that to ourselves. So do you have a sleep problem? Do you have an occasional sleep problem? Do you have a continuous sleep problem? Have you been diagnosed with insomnia? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Put notes down in the comments. Ask me a question. I'll ask you a question. Let's get through this together. Everybody, good night. Let's get some sleep. Take care.